a jam-packed schedule today. Just want to welcome anyone for the first time. Who's here for the first time? Well, get up high. Welcome to our event. We want to make this a really great experience for you.
Got them where they are, they feel great, but they're not just thinking right. Recharge them. Take them another step. You'll probably be like, what are you doing? Just be like, just work with me. This crazy girl at NF said to do this, and I think it'll work. Okay? So, repeat is the last step. We're a little ahead of schedule. We're going to go through this, but then we're going to talk to you about what comes next. I'm going to introduce you to some people. So this allows the practitioner to address anything that is still present. Okay? And that can be, like I said, when that guy came into me and I just couldn't get his blood sugar to stabilize no matter what we did, and I knew he was on oral medication, I was like, come on. We had to go back and repeat a part of remove, although it was an emotional part of remove. Okay? So this is your practitioner self-check. Did I overlook something? Yes, I did. I overlooked the emotional component of this guy the whole time. I never even talked about it. Okay? What is still present? Does the client need longer for a certain phase of the IR or the 5R, or does it need repeated? Do we need a longer rebuild phase? Has the digestive system just not come back as much as we needed it to? Is the client bettered? Am I fired? Right? I used to tell people when they came into my practice, in 4 or 5 visits, probably 4, you get to fire me. It's going to be a great day for you. Right? By that visit, they were like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I know. Get going. Here's your recharge sheet. But this also gives us a time to set up a well check. And this is where we have to get to. When your clients get to that point where they feel good and they don't need you because you have empowered them through education, motivation, you've done all that, we still want to see them because you know they're going to go out in the real world and the world is going to come down on them, and we don't all do everything perfect. I mean, I know I don't do everything perfect. I need a recheck every once in a while. And I get that usually every time like a special guest comes in, like Dr. Barry, or we're sitting in some place and he's like, so, and I'm like, here comes the recheck. He's going to see something on me. But that's good. That's what I want. That's what we all want. And this is where we need to get. We have to get people to stop coming to us when they're sick. They need to come to us now when they're well so that we can keep putting them on the path and then to stay in our system. So for you as a practitioner, this is a great model for you to have repeat business and to know and to be able projecting finances, because if you have 20 clients that you fixed and you're going to see those 20 clients now once a year, guess what? You can pretty much bank on that revenue that once a year Sally's going to come in and see me. So I know that. I know I have that money. So you can start to budget better and purchase better and expand better. Now you have projections. You have possibilities. Okay? So we want to put the practice on repeat. We want to repeat any part of the process that needs it, any programs, and go from a model of sick care to well care. But you also have to remind them to put the lifestyle on repeat. They don't just get to go back to everything that they did before. And I will tell people that. If you go out of here and you do everything you did that brought you in here from mind, body, and spirit, you're going to end up in the same place. So we want to put them on repeat. And then to repeat that mindset over and over again. One of the greatest things that I did was set my alarm on my phone when I started to do some positive affirmations. And at the time when I was sick, and I don't know if anyone ever has been sick, I know why I got sick. It was to remind me, because I used to say to everybody, I never get sick. I feel great. I feel wonderful. And all of a sudden I was like, boom, sick. And I was like, wait a second. This is terrible. And I got to experience everything my clients do. And it was very humbling for me. It was really good for me too, because then I had to learn how to get out of it. And it taught me the one part that I was missing, which was the recharge phase, where I was like, oh, you know what? I can get them to here, because that's where I got myself, right? I was like, I'm rebuilt, I'm here. But then I kept going into that mind spin all the time. So we want to repeat that new mindset, and then repeat that emotional and spiritual wellness, this part of the triangle. Whatever that looks like in your practice. How many people do emotional modalities? What do you use? Aromatherapy? Aromatherapy? Anybody use flower essence? Flower essence? Anybody use homeopathy for emotions? Yeah? So there's a lot of good things. and you can use them here to help move people. What's the flower essence for transition into becoming? Walnut, right? So there's lots of things that we can do. Okay? So when we go through the 5R, your first appointment is reset the client. Foundations of health, the Great Pyramid of Health, the initial testing. The second appointment is to remove toxicity. We start with remove complete. This is about 15 days. And then we go into those complementary systems based on your practitioner recommendation. Candida remove, para remove, metal remove, estro remove, whatever that looks like. Third appointment, we rebuild the client. So these are based on the Nutritional Frontier Solutions. It's really based on what's left. You know, and there's usually not a lot left. So cost-effective wise, this is a great way to help your clients budget and manage. You can also kind of project for them what their appointments are going to look like. That's a big thing. People will call me up and say, well, what's this going to cost? Now I know. Because I know when people come in, I'm going to reset them. I'm going to give them digestive enzymes, some probiotics, maybe some minerals, some good fats. We're going to talk about diet. And I give them that option. I tell them that on the phone. When you come in, this is what it looks like. My appointment is this much. Here's approximately what you're going to pay in supplements. I'm not sure yet. And we're going to talk about what you can do food-wise instead of supplement-wise to kind of offset some of that expense. And they're like, okay. So now they know. When they're in my chair for that first appointment, the next appointment, I said, you know, the next time, looks like, you know, you're testing high for Candida. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to reset you. But when you come back, we might have to do a Candida cleanse. And this is the cost of it. That's called health budgeting, right? If I can give people an expectation of what to save over the next couple of weeks, they're a lot happier than if they come in and I'm like, surprise, it's $250, thanks for playing. And then they're mad. So on the third visit then, once they're feeling really good after the remove, you can kind of tell them, listen, I really feel that we're probably going to put you on a GI support rebuild. I think your issue at the core has been a little bit of leaky gut. We got rid of the Candida, we've reset you, you're eating well. So, you know, the GI complete is about this much, that's what you're going to be on. You're going to stay on your probiotics, but we're going to add these few products. So look to spend about this much on your next appointment. We get so scared to tell people how to take care of themselves. It's like it's taboo. We can't tell them how much those supplements are, and then we give discounts all over the place, right? Well, if you buy this, I'll give you 15% off. Like, thank you for buying it to take your health back. Like, what are we doing? We're devaluing health. And we don't have to. You can tell them they're going to spend $400, $500, $600 a year in copays when they're sick, trying to figure out what's wrong. And if they come in and just take care of their bodies and learn about it, that's a one-time investment for them. And then they can just continue when they need it. How many people do you know go to doctor after doctor and specialist after specialist and rack up thousands of dollars? How many chiropractors in here believe that a person is better if they come in for a maintenance schedule? Right? I get adjusted every week. There's nothing wrong with me. And nor do I want anything wrong. I like the neurological reset. I like the structural reset. I like how it stimulates my energetic pathways and my meridian lines to all my organs and helps me keep my emotions in balance. I like it all. I'm not sore. I don't have any joint problems. So this is where we want to get to on our own practices to make sure that we are helping these people repeat this process, and so should you. And we need to put out a level of expectation. That we're not ashamed to give them supplements and sell them supplements. We're not ashamed about our price that we charge for our consult, right? We want to just get an expectation out there to tell them, your time is valuable in your health, and my time is valuable. And so we're going to have a partnership here. I'm going to give you 110%, and I'm going to give you the expectation, and when you come in, you're going to know exactly what we're doing. It's just a good way to have a partnership and a relationship with the people that you work with. It's not a secret. They know they're going to have to pay for stuff. They just come in like this, oh my God, how much is this going to cost? But if they come in and they'd be like, oh, okay, so you're telling me next time it's going to be around 150 to 200 when I come in for everything. That's what you're saying. Yep, pretty much. That's probably, give or take, I can't guarantee, but that's where we are. So just budget for that over the next month. You know, cut out your soda every day. All that money that you used to waste on bad food, a great thing to do with your clients is to tell them is to go tally that up and write that amount in a piece of paper and put it in a jar, or put the actual dollars that they would spend. So if someone bought a Mountain Dew every day, I would tell them, put $1.69 in a jar every day for the next month. And at the end of the month, take that money and go do something healthy for yourself. Go do a massage, go take a class, buy something. People love it. It's just teaching them the health budget. Okay? All right, so then the fourth appointment is recharge. This is where we kind of push them to that new person, that new mindset. They're going to be set free soon. We want them to become somebody. And then the last appointment is repeat. Repeat any part of the 5R if it needs it. Repeat any testing. Repeat any wellness appointments. And we are bestowing that preventative health. And at the end of that, you're fired, man. You're good. They don't need you. But we need to set them up for their well check, right? Because we know that they don't need us, but the world's going to come on them every once in a while. Come see me once a year. Let's have a well check. Let's have a conversation. Let's see where you are and what you need. And we'll see if any of the 5R apply to you at that time. And that's basically how I practice. And it works. So I could tell people at visit number 1, in about 4 appointments, you get to fire me. So we have probably 4 meeting times together, maybe more. But if they were chronic bad cases, you know, if I had the big C word walk in the door, somebody had Lyme, I could still put them in this process. It just took a little bit longer. You know, sometimes the remove was a little longer. Sometimes the rebuild was a little longer. But at least they had an expectation of what they were going to spend, how much time they were going to spend, and that there was hope at the end of this system that they were going to be better. Yes?
What is your suggested amount of time between each session again?
So my first visit, when person first scheduled with me, from that time to the second appointment, I did 3 weeks. I just felt 2 weeks was too quick. They didn't get enough time to get things in. And I felt a month was too long, especially if somebody was sick. Now, if someone's sick, you can turn them around faster, right? I had some people that had an aggressive form of encapsulated proteins, and I had to turn them around faster. But, you know, this guy walked in eating McDonald's, and I was like, all right, well, you know, we're going to do this, but for the first 2 weeks, I need you to clean up your diet, do this, do this, do this, and then come back in 2 weeks, and we're going to do this. So I had to turn him around a little quicker. Sorry, I have an itch. Then the second appointment to the third is about a month, and I always keep them on month to month then, because I want to make sure that I'm checking. Even if I have them on removed for 3 months, they're going to come see me every month. They may not buy any product when they come in, unless they need to refill something, which is usually what they do. But they know that. They know. I'm out of SBC. I must buy SBC again because I'm going to stay on this remove, right? This is how much it costs. I know what to bring into Dr. Tracy, and I can health budget. It's one of the things that I see in the industry. It's so taboo to charge people for natural health. It's sad. So it's just a conversation. You buy a car, you know how much you pay a month, don't you? Right? What if that guy said, well, you know, just you're worth it. Just buy the car, you're worth it. And I said, well, how much is the car? Oh, you're totally worth it. Yeah, it's a great car. Uh-huh. You just be like, give me a roundabout, right? All right, $400 a month. Okay. So that's what people want to know.